Okay, okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start in a supine position. I'm gonna start in Yin Yoga, what's called the heart bridge. It's basically reclined Supta Baddha with a block, if you have a block, between your shoulder blades. And then there's actually 2 blocks or a pillow, and I'll show you in a second, behind your head. And it just helps open up your chest and helps relax the shoulders back. So I'll show you what that looks like. Let these dogs in. Oh, goodness. So, heart bridge, if mine's gonna let me, go on, so I'm gonna do Supta Baddha. You don't have to do Supta Baddha, but 1 block goes a long way. You'll kind of find that flat spot. And then I like a 2nd block for my head. So it should feel good. If it does not feel good, then take the block out. But it just gives you a lot of space where your lungs reside. And just gently counteracting all that forward shoulder movement of driving, typing, looking at your phone. And I like to start a lot of classes like this just because it gives you a lot of space to take in some full deep breaths. Let somebody else come in. So we are starting, hi Raylene and Trizonia. We're starting in heart bridge, which is a yin practice posture. 1 block, if you have them. If you don't, you can just come into Supta Baddha or Shavasana. So 1 block is between my shoulder blades and 1 is for my head. Just gently letting the shoulders fall back. Taking in some deep breaths. Inhaling. And then just open mouth exhale right here. Kind of settle into your space. I haven't taught in a couple Fridays. And just identify where you might be holding on to some stress. Also where your breath might get a little stuck. This was the original reason I bought yoga blocks way back, was for this posture, because it felt so amazing, very restorative. So just a couple more breaths and then we'll get in a little movement. One more really deep inhale. And really complete exhale. And then it's usually best to sort of roll off to the side and scooch your blocks out of the way. Scooch your dogs out of the way. Girls, can you go over there? Go over there. And then just bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees into your chest. Find a little bit of movement. Rolling out the lower back. And then hug your knees into your chest. Let's go ahead and extend your left leg straight up to the sky. So you can grab your left leg with your left hand, just in the calf area. Girls, go. 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 Sorry. You're like, what are you doing? All right, so you're just warming up your hamstring there. And then lower the left leg all the way to the mat. Bring both hands to your right knee, and we'll start to get a little blood into the hip joint. So roll out your knee all around that hip socket. You can roll out your ankles. And then hug your right knee towards your right armpit. So your thigh bone's on the outside of the ribs, and then really flex your feet. Inhale. And then use the left hand to draw the knee up over the body. I like to shift my left hip point under a little bit, and then cactus the right arm out. A good idea too, if your students need some support, they can put a block underneath your right knee, but we're not going to stay too long. Find that pathway for your breath all along the right side body. See if you can get a little bit deeper this last breath. And then on your inhale, come back to center, right knee first, then the left knee. Hug the knees into the chest, roll out the lower back, and then go ahead and extend the right leg straight up. Flex your foot, pull towards you, and then lower the right leg all the way down to the mat. Both hands on the left knee, circle around that hip socket. And then hug the knee into the armpit of the left armpit, thigh bone on the outside of the ribs. Flex both feet, inhale. And use your right hand to draw the knee up over, maybe shifting the right hip point under the left a little bit more. Breathing all along the left side body, noticing the differences in the side of your body. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale a little more depth. And then come back to center. Both knees into the chest. This time you're going to either roll back and forth, come up and over your toes, or I'm going to go to my side. It's a good way, a little bit better for the lower back if you go to your side. Let's come up to a closed knee tabletop. So we're going to move into Chakravarkasana. Knees together, hands as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes so we get those involved a little bit. Drop your head. And then start by moving the hips from side to side. And then bring them all the way around, hips to heels, to the side, to the left, hips to heels. So you're stirring that giant pot. You have a spot that's super tight, hang out there. And then the next time your hips come to your heels, excuse me, stay there. Press into the big toe mound. Press into your fingertips, reach forward. And then go ahead and come into an aligned tabletop. You guys are really annoying right now. Go. So line up the knees with the hips, the wrists with the shoulders. Drop your head again. And we're going to go into cats and cows. Good place to teach ujjayi, pranayama, and also a good place to teach posterior and anterior tilting. So as you inhale, this is an anterior tilt in cat and cow pose, excuse me. And as you exhale, rounding the back, this is the posterior tilt. Inhale, open up, anterior tilt. Exhale, round and tuck. So using the ujjayi pranayama, inhale in through the nose as you open up your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, round and tuck through the nose, audibly. Couple more times, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, go ahead and come into your tabletop. We're going to come into a modified side plank and do some gate pose. So from here, I just want you to swing your right foot out like a kickstand and come into a variation of side plank where your knees down. I like to do these a lot. They're great for opening the side body. So bring the left arm over your ear, spin the left ribs towards the sky, and really reach from your toes to your fingertips. And then we're gonna come all the way up, standing on the right knee, right side body in line, lengthen both sides of your waist, inhale. Left hand down on the thigh or the shin and lift and open. Same idea, spinning the ribs towards the sky. Come back up again, inhale. Right fingertips down, left arm over the ear line, reach. And then we're gonna do one more each side. Inhale, up you go. Left hand down and lift and open. Come on up, inhale. Last one here, fingertips down, left arm over the ear, reach. And then keeping your left leg straight, drop the left hand. You can bring the right leg back, but we're gonna press into the left toe. So you can keep the right knee down or find a little bit more by lifting the right knee up. So you're really stretching the left calf. And then back into that tabletop position. We'll do the other side. So swing the left leg out. Come into Vashisthasana modification. Right arm over the ear line, reach. Again, spin the ribs towards the sky. And just make sure you're integrating your right shoulder into the socket. It's not popping up. Come on up, gate pose. Left side body's in line. Inhale. Right hand down, lift and open. Inhale up, left hand down, and reach. One more time each side, inhale up, right hand down, lift and open. Inhale up, left hand down, last one, and reach. And we'll come to the calf stretch. Keep the right leg straight, drop the right hand. You're gonna swing your kick hand back. I like to be on the mat for this. And then press into your right toes. And come back to your knees. A little bit of wrist work before you come to your first downward dog. Fingertips towards you, tuck the toes, rock, lifting the heels of the hands. If there's another wrist exercise you want to do that. These seem to work for my wrists. All right, and then hold that position. It's a little uncomfortable, but should not be painful, okay? And then bend your elbows. Yeah. Then transition. I like to come from the fists to the tops of the hands. Fist, top of the hand, fist, top of the hand, and roll it out. From here, go ahead. If there's another stretch you want to do before Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog, do that. Otherwise, set your foundation, your hands, bring the hips high. And I always say it, but I always start with a wider than hip width stance just so I can move a little bit more. Broadening your collarbone will help draw the shoulders away from your ears. And pedaling an out movement here that feels good to your practice. Two more breaths of movement. And we're going to add a little twist here. Coming into your still down dog. And if the heels aren't touching yet in your practice, bend your knees a little. Go ahead and bend your knees anyway. So we're going to use our right hand and grab the outside of your left calf. So you're going to grab the calf and then use that leverage to twist. And then come back to center. Bend the knees slightly. Left hand grabs the outside of the right calf and then use that leverage. You're sort of pulling yourself under your right arm. Come back to down dog. Widen your stance. I'm going as wide as my mat. Bend the knees. Torso presses towards the thigh bones. And then walk your hands to your feet for ragdoll. So just connecting the torso to the thigh bones, finding the four corners of your feet, dropping your head. And then when you feel ready, grab opposite elbows. No need to straighten your legs. You do want to keep that posterior tilt that I was talking about in cats, and actually it was a cat, in cat pose, which is that rounding. So you'll see so many students do this. I'd rather, you've got to have a nice flat spine, and it's better to bend the knees quite a bit. And any movement that feels good. Bring the hands to the floor. Let's go ahead and walk it out to plank pose. So you have to bring the feet a little bit narrower. Pushing the floor away. Navel's up and in. And we're going to lower all the way down. So you can go past chaturanga, hinge forward, come all the way down. All right, we're going to start with Sphinx. So bringing your hands to your mat, your feet are hip width distance, the toes are pressing into the mat. Shoulders are over your elbows. Pull forward to pull your chest forward. Draw the shoulders back. It's kind of a subtle move. Keep breathing. From here, I'm going to have you swing your right arm around so it's kind of at an angle and grab your left foot. So you're grabbing your left foot, pulling your heel towards your left hip. Release, do the other side, left hand swings across. And then release, bring the hands under your shoulders. You can stay on your knees if you'd like, or lift the kneecaps, press up to plank, and then hips high to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float, top of the mat. Your feet can be together or hip width. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, mountain pose. Inhale, little heart opener, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Keep that flat back. Bend the knees as much as needed. Halfway lift. Plant your hands and come into high plank. Okay? I'm gonna fix my hair. High plank, lower all the way down to the mat. We're gonna do some cobras before we come into that first up dog. All right, so on your belly, any variation, you can do your fingertips, you can drag your hands back, but point the toes so the kneecaps lift. So just some cobras that you can use in your vinyasas or not. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Two more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Tuck the toes, keep the knees down if you'd like. High plank to down dog. So we're gonna just go through one more sun egg. Any variation you want. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Come to the top of the mat. Fingertips to the shins, lengthen as much as you can. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose. Inhale. Open your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift. Planting the hands, high plank. You can lower down to cobra or do chaturanga. Up dog to downward facing dog. All right, from down dog, inhale the right leg high. Hug the knee into the nose, just hollow out the belly. You want to create that space, and then step your foot on the inside of your right thumb. If the floor's far away, you can always use blocks here. All right, a little bit of movement before we come into twisted low lunge. Keep the left hand down or on a block. Inhale the right arm high. And just to get a little bit more mobility into the shoulders, reach the back wall. We're just going to do some circles all the way around. Switch the direction. And then hold the arms at 12 and 6 o'clock. Open up. Come back to low lunge. Drop your left knee. So for this crescent moon, we're going to keep our hands down. You can stay right here or intensify it by moving the left knee back, right? Keep the core engaged. Press the hip points down. From here, we're going to go to half Hanuman, just shifting the hips back so the left hip stacked over the knee. Point and flex your right foot. And then we'll hold the right foot. And again, we want to get rid of that rounded lower posterior tilt. Keep the length here. Torso's lifted. Hinge at the hip. So you might not be able to bring your nose to your shin, right? But you're lengthening at the same time and you're hinging at the hips. All right, from here, step forward to plank. Step forward to low lunge to plank. And go through your vinyasa. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Knee to nose. Hug it up and in. Place the foot on the inside of the left thumb and then a little bit of movement. Coming into your low lunge, right hand planted, left hand high. And then we'll do those circles. Reach the back wall, all the way around. Shoulders crack, crack, crack. And then switch directions. It's like you're swimming. And then hold the arms at 12 and 6. Be super strong through your back leg. And hands back to low lunge. Drop the right knee. Stay here or scoot your right knee back more. Fingertips stay down. Hip flexors press forward. And then press back, half Hanuman, point and flex. Hold the flex, lift the sternum, hinge at the hips. And let's come back. This time, step both feet at the top of the mat. Bring your fingers to your shins, lengthen, inhale. Drop your head and fold. All the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, mountain pose. Open up the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana. We're coming into Sun B, halfway lift. Plant the hands, high plank. Go through your vinyasa to downward dog. Inhale the right leg high, knee to nose, and then through to your low lunge. You can help your foot forward with your right hand. From here, left hand, we'll just do one twist. Arm goes up, back down to low lunge. Root down through the four corners of your right foot. We're going to come to standing splits. So keep that right knee a little bent. Focus on lifting the left leg. And then fold over the right. That left pinky toes dialed down. All right, teaching you, we're going to come into these again, but inhale in your standing splits, and as you exhale, you're going to hug your knee to your nose. So bring it all the way to the front. And then inhale, press it back. Jiva squat, left knee behind. Inhale, press it back. With control, low lunge. Drop your left knee. Bring the arms up. In crescent moon, so a little different version. Let's do a shoulder stretch since we haven't done one yet. Clasp the hands behind you. Knuckles to the floor. And lift. Try to not do the Pez dispenser neck. Right? Keep the wrinkles out of the neck. Good. All right, from here, release the hands back up. And you're gonna wanna have the toes tucked because we're coming into crescent lunge, airplane arch. You're gonna be hinged forward. Nice length from tailbone to head. Inhale, drop the hands, open up, warrior two. Good. Settle here, inhale, and exhale. From here, we're just gonna move into reverse warrior. Left hand down, right palm to the sky, high five the back wall. Inhale. And windmill down, high plank. Go through your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Do the other side. All right, from downward facing dog, inhale the left leg high. All the way through, knee to nose to low lunge. Right hand planted, left arm high. Back to low lunge, drop your right knee, arms go up this time, inhale. All right, shoulder stretch, hands behind you, clasp the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then bring the hands to the mat. Root down through the four corners of your left foot, standing splits. From here, knee to nose. Hug it in. See how tight? It's almost like you can stomp your foot down. Inhale, standing splits. Jiva squat, big twist, tap the toenails. Inhale, press it back. Low lunge. I did that in the wrong order. Drop your right knee. Crescent moon. This time we'll just come straight up. Crescent lunge, airplane arms. Squeeze. Neck is long. Inhale, drop the hands open, warrior two. Settle. Right hand down. Inhale, reverse warrior. And windmill down. This time, why don't we just go ahead and step to the top of the mat. You're gonna come, you can grab your weights. I think I'm mostly doing threes today just because I haven't done this in a while. And we're gonna start top of the mat here. And grab a drink. So we're gonna do two exercises top of the mat. We're gonna do goblet squats and then transition to do goblet squat twist. So you're gonna bring your toes out slightly. You can cross the weights in front of you. You can use one weight if you want. From here, remember your squat technique. You're gonna sit back first and then drive up through the heels. Sit back, drive up through the heels. So depending on how you're feeling, my lower back's not feeling super great today, so I'm gonna keep it a little bit, I'm not gonna come as low. I'm gonna honor that. All right, and the breath here, inhale as you come down, exhale, drive it up. Good. We look like, looking at you guys on the screen, we look like whack-a-mole. Do you remember that game? Whack-a-mole. Exhale as you come up. So we're only doing a couple exercises on top of mat, and I really want to do a lot of these. So keep going. Find that breath. And also your posture. So when you're standing up, make sure your shoulders are back and down, right? 10 more. Make sure that you're sitting back first and the knees stay. They should be in line with your second toe, the one next to the big toe. I lost count. 5, 4, nice, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. You're gonna come into a chair pose, okay? You can bring your feet wider, but just make sure the knees don't come in. Maybe a block if you wanna do that. I'm just gonna bring my knees together. So find a nice lower rib ribs draw back, nice chair. From here, the weights are to your sides, so we're gonna just bring them to the sides, back down, but now forward. Good. Sides, down. So the palms are facing down when you lift. All right, your core is engaged, you're drawing the ribs together, protecting your lower back. The arms don't go higher than shoulders, but the exhale is when you're lifting. So, yep. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and always remember to put them down if you start doing weird things with your shoulders or your neck. Last one. All right. Bending your knees, set your weights down. Top of your mat, come all the way up. Inhale. Right arm down. And lift and open. Inhale up. Left hand down, lift and open. Inhale up. Uttanasana, forward fold. Take your time. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. You can go through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. All right, sculpting sun B. Inhale, right leg high. All the way through to low lunge. You're gonna bring your weights to your side. Nope, you're not. We're gonna come to standing splits, and I always like to put my weights up, give me a little elevation. So we're gonna come to standing splits. Just make sure this right leg is in line, toes down, right knee's a micro bend. All right, 10 knee to nose. Inhale and standing splits. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Press it back, hug it in. Back, hug it in. 7, so you're really engaging your core. 6, 7, I went the wrong way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, standing splits, Jiva. Big tap, big twist. Inhale, press, 9 more. Jiva twist. Tap the toenails. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I want you to hold the standing splits, bend your left leg, flex your foot, put your footprint on the ceiling. 8, 7, little pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back to low lunge. Bring the weights to your hips, crescent lunge. All right. From here, make sure that your lower ribs are drawn back. You're in a super strong crescent lunge. Bring the weights to your shoulders. All right, option 1, you'll keep the weights at your shoulders. You're gonna tap the left toe to the top. Option 1 is to keep the weights at the shoulders. Option 2 is to press up. Back to the shoulders, and we're gonna step back and do a tricep kick. Back to the shoulders, step to the top, press or hold, and back. Slow and controlled. No swinging. 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And this time I want you to hold the tricep kick back and just stay right there, navel to spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stand upright, bring your hands to your heart, open it up, warrior 2. All right, so maybe shake out your right hip, but come into a nice aligned warrior 2 and tee it out. So right away you can add the leg. Elbows to knee, or I'm sorry, elbows to knee. Elbows together, hands together. Inhale, open, close your book. Good. Just make sure your right knee isn't coming out over your toes. We got 7. In 6, you're gonna go right into pull downs. 5, 4, 3, 2, make those elbows touch, and 1. All right, right away, open it up, reach, and pull. Reach, and pull. 8 more. Reach, and pull. 7, 6, 5, squeeze that pencil between your shoulder blades when you're pulling down. 4, 3, 2, whew, and 1. All right, horse squat. Turn the toes out, bring your weights to your hips. I'm giving your arms a little bit of a break here. All right, keep moving the knees towards the pinkies. You're going up and down. Right here. All right, keep moving the knees. So you can make this as hard as you want. Just try it. If you pull your knees towards your pinky toe, there's a lot more intensity there. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold this horse squat. Bring the weights in your right hand or drop one. You're gonna bring your weights behind your right thigh, left hand to your hip. Now lengthen the side waist, and we're gonna go down and up, down and up. Good. Stay low in your horse. Find this movement in the obliques. 7. In 6, we're gonna hold the low point and do pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold it here, come up and down, really shortening the right side of your waist and lengthening the left. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold that horse squat. Left elbow to the left thigh. And then you're gonna bring the weights to reach your left foot and pull it straight back. Now hold the horse squat, twisting through the obliques again. Elbow drives up to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring the weights back to your heart. We're still in this low horse squat, goddess squat. Numbers face me, navel in, reverse fly. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stay low. 1 more minute. Knuckles face me. 1 more second, actually, and come on up. As you come up, pull up through your kneecaps. Engage your quads. Lower down with control. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, come to warrior 2, right foot forward. I know everybody does not like this move, but it's good for you. Palms out, big circles, big circles. Now if you feel this in the neck, put down the weights, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh my gosh, and 1. All right, hands to your heart. Pivot so you're facing forward, okay? We're gonna come to one leg Tadasana. So press into your right foot, lift the left. I'm gonna face you. All right, from here, you can stay here, okay? If you want, you can come to a figure 4. Make sure you flex your left foot and it clears your thigh. Option 1 for the weights is rotator, right? Option 2 is overhead. So whatever you're doing, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hang in there, hands to the heart, come back to one leg Tadasana. Bring the weights down. All right, bring your left foot down, but don't put weight on it. You're gonna do bicep curls, right? And then press, press. Press that left leg back, press. Little micro bend in the right knee, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. All right, set the weights down. Top of your mat, grab a drink. And before we do the top of the mat again, I want you to come into, we're gonna do a little core here. Come into a forearm plank. Forearm plank. All right, we're gonna do a couple exercises here. From your forearm plank, you can either hold it or reach the right hand forward, then the left, right, left. So whatever you're doing, left, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. All right, put your knees down, stretch it back. Really great to strengthen your core, but to strengthen your core, to strengthen your lower back. All right, the second one, same setup. Also, you can stay here, but the idea is to lift the left foot a couple inches, then the right. Left, right, left, right. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, put your knees down, stretch it back. And come up to standing. And we'll start with our goblet squats. All right, from here, same as before, toes point out, bring the weights together. You know what we're doing now. Send the hips back, drive it up. Back and up. Keeping the core. So when I say keep the core engaged, it means that you're engaging the core to support your lower back, but you're not squeezing it so much that you can't breathe, right? Drive it up through the heels. Exhale when you come up. Sending the hips back first. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, chair pose, whatever you did on the other side. Sink nice and low, navel drawn in, lower ribs drawn back. So that anterior, posterior tilt, this is a posterior tilt. No, you don't want to do that. You want neutral, and you don't want anterior. All right, arms to the sides. Bring them straight to the sides. Sides, The exhales when you're lifting. Again, we're engaged. Think about drawing the ribs together. Trying not to swing. Neck is long and relaxed. There's no wrinkles in the back of your neck. So last set of these, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Set the weights down, always with the knees bent. And we'll go through a vinyasa. So mountain pose, inhale up. Right hand down. And lift and open. Inhale up. Left hand down. Woo, lift and open. Inhale up. Open up the heart. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Go through your vinyasa, or I'm just going to stay in plank and come to down dog. Just take a moment here. Down dog is the perfect inversion. We'll get set up to get the other side. So here we go. Inhale, left leg high. All the way through to low lunge for standing splits. So if you use the weights, set the weights. Come into your standing split. Inhale, knee to nose. Bring it all the way forward. Press, knee to nose. 9, press, knee to nose, press, 7. Now exhale when you're bringing the knee to the nose. And 5, 4, 3, hug it in, 2, and 1. All right, Jiva squat. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, big twist. Tap the toenails. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, standing splits, bend your knee, donkey kick, flat foot to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Step it back to low lunge. Bring the weights to your sides, okay? In crescent lunge. All right, from here, bring the weights to your shoulders. All right, organize here. Weights to your shoulders, tap, stay here or press it up. Shoulders, triceps. Slow movements, press, press. Find that exhale, open mouth. Always when you're doing the weight training part, it's open mouth. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Last one, and then we're gonna stay in tricep kickbacks. Crescent lunge, tricep kickback, neck is long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to heart. Open it up to warrior 2. All right, just make sure you've got your foundation is correct, aligned. Back foot parallel, left toe straight forward, tee it out. Here we go. Close the book. Close. Inhale, open. Here we go. Shoulders are down. They're not up in our ears. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, right into pull downs, last 1. All right, from here, straight up and down. Just bringing the underarm and the elbow parallel to the ground is perfect. 8, and you're squeezing that pencil between the shoulder blades as you draw down. 6, 5, and 4. Hang on, we're coming to horse next. Hands will come down. 2, and 1. All right, toes out. Give your shoulders a little break here. And pulse. Keep pulling the knees towards the pinkies. The chest is lifted. So if you think about the spine in one line, you're not hinging forward at an angle. You're straight up and down, and your shoulders are soft. So that, to me, that means they're not up here, right? They're down. All right, up and down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring both weights or whatever you used on the other side, hand behind your thigh, right hand to your hip. Reach down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. Breathe. 10. Stay nice and low in your horse squat. I've got a squat. Well, girls. 7, 6, 5, 4. Use those obliques, shortening and lengthening. And last 2. Hold the low point, last 1. All right, hold the low point and just pulse. Right here. The core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, right elbow to right knee, stay in horse. Left hand reaches the right foot, draw the elbow straight back. There we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, from here, we're gonna just come into warrior 2. So left foot forward. I'm gonna take out a couple things in horse. Bring the arms to the sides. Medium circles forward. Left legs forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good job, and 1. All right, hands to your heart. We're gonna pivot forward and come to one leg Tadasana. So left leg's forward. Stay here or figure 4. Again, you can do the rotator cross. That's where I'm gonna stay this time. Or the overhead press. If you're doing the overhead press, just make sure the elbows aren't splaying out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to your heart, come back to one leg, arms to the sides. How about palms up? All right, you're gonna bring your right leg down and press it back. Press. So as you're lifting in the bicep curl, you're pressing out, really engaged. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Woo, shake it out. Grab a drink, and I'm gonna have you come all the way onto your back. All right, all the way to your back. Bring your weights to your sides. Go into some mat work. All right, set up bridge. Option is to bring the weights to your hip crease and just make sure your bridge, you can touch your heels with your fingertips, feet are hip width. All right, we're just gonna lift and lower to start. Squeeze, and whenever your neck is in this position, you guys probably know this, but don't turn your head. If your neck feels uncomfortable, see if you can lift your chin up a little bit more, create more space from your chin to your throat. All right, in 5, in 4, we're gonna hold the high point. 3, 2, and 1. Hold the high point, bring the weight straight up. I still have 3s. All right, straight up, holding the bridge, cactus the arms out. They don't touch the ground, but they come close, right? To the chest, straight up, cactus. To the chest, straight up, cactus. Now keep the hips high, chest, straight up, cactus. Chest, straight up, cactus. 3 more. Squeeze the glutes. 2 more. Last 1. All right, bring the arms straight up. Now you're going to use the hips. So as you lower the weights, these are skull crushers, you're bringing the hips down. Down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, set the weights to the sides. With your knees up to the sky, drop your left knee to the side. So the right knee's to the ceiling, the left knee's to the side. And then I want you to bring your left foot behind your right ankle. Okay? From here, both hands on your hip points. Just make sure one's not lifting. And then you can open the right leg, but not if it pops the hips off. And a nice neutral lumbar spine. And then go ahead, bring both knees back up to the sky, and we'll do the other side. So drop the right knee, hook the right foot behind the heel. Both hands on the hips, neutral lumbar spine. And then come back up, knees to the sky. This time let's bring them as wide as the mat. You can cactus the arms if you want. And we're going to windshield wiper back and forth. As you come through the midline, try to create that rounding, that posterior tilt that draws your lower back into the mat. And then when the knees fall to the right again, go ahead and stay there. You can add a quad stretch from here by grabbing the left ankle. If that's accessible. Release, windshield wiper again, back and forth, a couple times until the knees fall to the left. And then again, you can grab the right foot. And release. Bring the knees back to the sky. One last little exercise before we come into our final posture. Figure 4, right foot over left. We'll just thread the right hand through, grabbing the left knee or left thigh, pull towards you. Make sure that your right foot is flexed and your right knee is opening towards the, it'll be towards the ceiling now. And release, switch it out, left over right. And thread that foot through. And release, bring the knees into the chest. Straight up. Asana before Shavasana, or your final posture, is usually always dead bug. It just feels so restorative. You can stay still, bringing the thigh bones on the outside of the ribs and rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, come into your final asana. I'm going to do Supta Baddha. Whatever you pick, just find that pose that feels really relaxing and you can be still. Maybe after scanning the body, finding stillness. Checking in with your prana, pranayama, your breath, that life force, that energy that just bounces around. The energetic sensation. Always, if you'd like to take your time here, you can. Otherwise, I'll have you find your way onto your side body as a vehicle to sit up. I think I could easily write a 2-hour class. So taking your time. Once you find your way to your seat, you bring your hands to your heart space. Thank you guys so much for your energy and your effort. Happy New Year. It's going to be a good one. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye. May there be peace in your minds and may there be peace in your hearts. Namaste.